Hokies as the SMU women tonight put the clamps on the Houston Cougars for the second time this year, Coach. You win at 74-45. Just a huge win tonight in a game where you had the luxury of playing everybody on senior night, Coach.
Yeah, that's what makes it fun. I think the team got together and they absolutely wanted to send the seniors out on a very good note. But we were led by our senior point guard. I think Morgan Bolton came out and sparked the team with a bunch of energy early, and she never let up, and I think everybody fed off of her energy.
Boy, Morgan Bolton was absolutely fantastic tonight, Coach. You look at the numbers, and Morgan only shot 9 times, but hit 7 of those shots from the floor and made 6 3-point shots in 7 attempts. And by the way, Coach, the 6 threes, good enough to put her tied for 5th in school history. It made threes in a game. What a job by Morgan Bolton, Coach.
Unbelievable job. When it's scripted like that, you want to send any senior out with a night like that. I mean, it can't be any more perfect. I'm happy for Morgan. I'm happy for her family, but I'm happy for the team. I think they wanted to send Cammie Morgan and the rest of the seniors out on a good note, and they did just that.
Were you surprised when Bolton hit that running 3 in the left corner, sort of in transition?
At that point, I knew she was feeling it. I think that was just a heat check. She usually have to catch it, get set, square shoulders up, but it was almost a floater to the baseline, and it hit nothing but the bottom of the net.
Well, a great game, Coach, and the Mustangs, toward the end of the first quarter, you guys go on a 5-0 spurt, and then you open up the second quarter with an 11-0 run. What was the key to the run to start the second quarter, Coach?
Well, it was defense. I think what we did, we was playing, getting off to a slow start once again, and we needed some energy. And giving them shots was giving Houston a whole lot of confidence, and we just decided to try and clamp down defensively. I think once we did that, we were able to get some energy off of our defense.
Could you tell that the Houston guards became frustrated?
I could. They were looking to drive, and we were actually looking to take away the driving lanes with the person that was guarding the ball. We had a phrase that we used all week long to keep your nose on the ball. Keep your nose on the ball, and everybody does have your help. So all 5 players was defending the ball. And it got them frustrated because those lanes just wasn't there that they were expecting.
It's just amazing when shots are going down how loose and aggressive a team will play. And the Mustangs offensively, where would you classify it tonight?
Well, I don't know what they did. That must be some sports psychology. When the ball goes in, you can do everything right. But I would classify our energy is the way our team is capable of playing. Yeah. And we saw glimpses of this all year long. We just, as a coaching staff, couldn't get us to be as consistent as we would have liked to be, but I'm very proud of this bunch.
We didn't have a chance really to talk about Alicia Froling, who was that close tonight, Coach, that close to coming up with a double-double, which would have been her 16th double-double this season. That would have been a record for any individual player in SMU history. But she ends up with 9 points and 9 rebounds tonight. Had to fight through some stuff, but she had 6 assists in the game. How good was she from that vantage point?
Oh, well, she was good. She's starting to recognize the teams are double teaming her, and she's making the right basketball play. But I promise you, if you go in there and you ask Alicia Froling right now, would she rather have that double-double? Would she rather have this win? I think she'd say she'd rather have this win.
Well, a big win tonight against the Houston Cougars. Final score again, 74-45. And by virtue of an upset tonight, Tulsa ends up upsetting Cincinnati on the road at Cincinnati tonight. And as a result of that, it looks like the Mustangs will face ECU in the first round of the conference tournament coming up later this week. Your thoughts on that, Coach?
Well, my thoughts on that is it's kind of funny. It's almost good that we're playing a team that beat us because I think we can get get up for them, get ready to play them. If it would have been a team that we've beaten maybe once or beaten twice, maybe we're going a little bit complacent, but it's hard to beat a team 3 times. But maybe they're coming a little bit confident because they played really well against us, and I don't think we played our best game.
Well, at ECU, if fans don't remember, the Mustangs lost that game by 1 point, Coach, 58-57. What's one thing you remember about that game?
Well, what I remember is we never did the things that we was talking about we needed to do in order to beat ECU. We competed, we did it, but the game was a struggle for us. I remember that very, very clearly. And if we just did a couple of those things in a couple of consecutive possessions, I think we could have got the edge and won that game on the road.
Well, let's see if we can. Obviously, we've closed out the regular season, but let's get a win in round number 1, Coach. And if it's ECU, it's ECU. But regardless, I certainly hope we'll play as well tonight then as we did tonight, Coach.
I hope we do. We're going to try and build off it. Our last 3 out of 4 games, we played extremely well.
Yes.
It was just the one hiccup we had against UCF in Orlando. We want to forget about that one, but hopefully we can look at these last 3 out of the 4 and build off of that.
Coach, I was making the point during the broadcast tonight that 3 of the last 4 games we've had at least a 21-point lead. Incredible to watch this team function well on both ends of the floor, and hopefully we'll have the momentum coming up later this week.
So much fun to watch, and that's the potential, but when you're in the middle of that process, you don't know when it's going to come. We're looking for consistency right now.
All right, Coach, thanks so much, and congratulations.
Thank you, Scott.
All right, big win tonight. We'll take a break, and we will continue. Final score tonight, it's the SMU women outlasting the Houston Cougars 74-45. We're back in a moment from Learfield.